If I was gonna duet this song with another artist, I think I would have to choose probably Lorde, just because I think she's awesome. Our voices would be so different as well, so I'd probably choose it because we were different rather than because we were the same. And that would make the song really interesting and we'd do something really different with it. Come on, Lorde. My favorite ice cream flavor is mango. Find a place that does mango ice cream and trust me, it's really good. The hardest part, probably the bridge, the section after the second chorus, where it's all just sort of harmonies and all just a cappella. Just because I recorded it without any backing, there's not even a metronome, like something that keeps time for you. So it was all just bare. Yeah, it was quite hard because I was doing harmonies and having to keep time and keep pitch and everything. And yeah, that was probably the technically most difficult part of the song to do. Often you have writer's block as a musician, or at least as a songwriter, when you don't have anything to write about. And I think I found that after I finished my last record with Dan, Grown Now, as Atypical, it was a great record, but after it I felt quite worn out. I was like, I don't really have anything else to say. I got into a very awkward situation at the beginning of the year, and suddenly I had things to write about, so that was the good part of that quite hard experience for me. Live a little is probably the way to get over musician's writer's block, and then you have something to write about. The answer is yes. I've made one. It's got lyrics, it's got clips, it's got everything, and I did it with the wonderful Norris. So go check it out. It's on YouTube now. PA, My Heart Went to Break. Out now. Little plug. So I'm a vocalist primarily, but before I was a singer, I played piano. So. Piano is my first instrument. I did grades at the piano. It's not really involved with how I make music now, but yeah, the piano is my first instrument, and it's still the first one I go to when I'm writing a song. Guitar confuses me. I have many great guitarists in my life, but I can't play the guitar at all. Probably when I was 15, I listened to a lot of Pink. I've always been a big Pink fan. Probably a lot of Imagine Dragons, like their first two albums are really, really good. Love them. Two Door Cinema Club, I always loved growing up as a teenager. Lots of like indie pop probably, and then some like really sort of off-ball choices, like probably like Carly Rae Jepsen's Emotion albums, just great. It's a great pop album, so probably listened to that when I was 15. Obviously what everyone listened to, you know, like Ed Sheeran and George Ezra and all that sort of stuff, and yeah, a lot of stuff. I listen to a lot of music. I hope the themes of this song will relate to people, just because I feel as though they're very universal, and I think that's the way it felt when I wrote this song. I think everyone knows how it feels to be despairing, to feel lost, to feel hopeless, romantically or with any other issue, and I think I really wanted to express that at the time, because that's how I felt. Someone said this to me recently, actually, like an anthem for resilience, and I definitely feel that way about the song. It's, you know, sometimes you just gotta say what you gotta say and do it and just express yourself, but it's about moving on and what you do with that next, which I think is actually probably more interesting. I think these themes of this song will hopefully relate, yeah. The way I do vocals is quite complex, probably overly so in some ways. I'm very tight with the vocals, so usually I will sing multiple takes of myself and layer them on top of each other just for a fuller sound, and then I'll add sort of effects like reverb and echo and what's called vocal hall, so it just kind of gives a little bit of a shimmery sort of chorusy aspect to your voice, and yeah, that's mainly what I'll do, and then I put them all together and hopefully they'll sound pretty good, and then you do lots of more technical stuff as well, you know. But that's generally how I record vocals. Lots and lots of takes, and lots of echo and lots of reverb. So that's how that works.